Hey howdy, hey partners, it's Today I Grew Up, and today I'm super excited because we're going to open up the Levi's authentic Western wear Woody to get a closer look inside. Let's get into it.
Reach for the sky!
You're watching Today I Grew Up.
To infinity and beyond!
Huge shout out to Pixar for sending me this promotional item. This was with the Levi's collab that they did with the whole clothing line. They only released 1,000 of these, and you could not buy them in a store. Basically, the way they worked, from what I heard, is on launch day, they had a few of them available at the store if you spent like $150 or more, and then you would get it free as like, promotional item. And those went really quick. The rest went to influencers at Pixar Studios. I saw a video about that. And then the other ones they had ended up to people like me who are influencers or people they decided to choose who are fans. And Pixar messaged me directly, and they're the ones who sent me this. So I'm very happy and grateful for them for sending me this rare Woody. What I plan to do is open it one time just to remove the batteries. And when I remove the batteries, I'll avoid battery corrosion in the future. It says here, Levi's authentic Western wear, Toy Story 30th anniversary. Hey howdy, hey partner. It's Woody from Disney and Pixar's Toy Story with a stylish twist. He's outfitted in original Levi's blue jeans. It's a pairing that fits just right. Everyone's favorite toy, cowboy wearing everyone's favorite jeans, complete with an authentic 2-horse pull, patch, signature stitching on the back pockets, and the iconic Levi's red tab. The special edition Woody Settleman celebrates the 30th anniversary of Toy Story and was brought to life through a creative partnership between the designers at Mattel, Disney, Pixar, and Levi's. 902 out of 1,000. On the top it says 30 years and beyond. Really love the window. And here's the bottom if you cared to see what that looked like. A lot of people ask me, Today I Grew Up, why is Woody facing the other way? Why is he not facing us? Well, he's trying to show off the jeans from Levi's, so that's why he's facing away from us. Woody's also facing the other way because this was the original design they actually printed on some of the denim jackets. So it was kind of the Levi's style design that they wanted to go with for this Woody. So here's my plan to remove this one adhesive right here. What I can do is get a sharp blade and just go very carefully on the seam. That way I don't risk ripping the box. And then when I'm done, I'll use a small piece of clear tape to reseal it right there. So hopefully it doesn't look like I opened it at all, but I have peace of mind there is no batteries inside Woody anymore. I used a very small blade here to detach it. All right, we're gonna open it up now very carefully, and let's see what happens. Okay, immediately what falls out is the instructions that are on the very bottom. It talks about the battery replacement. You just need a screwdriver to unscrew that, and some more legal paperwork. Let's see what it says here, if it's a little different than Roundup Fun. Yep, it says Levi's authentic Western wear. So it is exclusive to this doll. So it's not like they put like a generic Roundup Fun Woody instruction manual. It's actually specialized for this product, so that's cool. I probably should be more nervous than I am opening up such a rare toy, but I feel like I'm a professional. I got this, guys. Let's slide this out very carefully and slowly, and just check to see what you're doing. Alrighty, that's what it looks like. Here's a closer look of the insert once you open up the box. Looking good, looking good. A lot more premium looking than your generic Roundup Fun Woody. Alright, you ready for the face reveal? Maybe we should do a drum roll. Us toys can see everything, so play nice. There he is. It's Woody the Cowboy, and just as I predicted, he does not have a closed mouth smile. He looks just like the regular Roundup Fun Woody we get from Mattel. Not different on the head sculpt. But now we know for sure what that looks like. Okay, but we're going to try to get him out very carefully. I noticed here that his rope in his hand is paper. It's like a paper insert. So I'm not going to bother messing with that. We're going to leave that be. And then same thing with this saddle. It is also paper. So I thought it was like a toy, like this material, but nope, it's just a paper insert as well. I don't want to use any scissors on this because I want to repackage him how he came. So what I'm going to do is like spend time with these little stretchy bands and just go very carefully to slip him all out, just like I'm doing here with the boot. You can see that. That's how I can, put it back in when I'm done without ruining, because my plan is to seal him just the way he came. So again with this other boot. Yep, we're going to be able to do this. So I'm going to spend a lot of time with these stretchy bands, and I'll tell you how it goes to remove the rest of Woody out of here. I got some good news and I got some bad news.
I got some bad news. Bad news?
Good news is I got Woody out. The bad news is I had to compromise one part right here. This part that holds his neck into the box. His hat doesn't come off. What? Here he is, Levi's Rare Woody, Western Wear Woody. So I found out when trying to take him out of this package, his hat does not come off, which is surprising because the regular Roundup Fun Woody we get does have a removable hat. But I'm guessing they didn't think a lot of people were going to open this Woody. So that's probably why his hat is not removable, because a lot of people are just going to display him like you see it in the box. So it's fine. It's just, I'm going to reseal him anyways. But at least you have that information that he does not have a removable hat. You can't take it off. It is permanently on his head. I don't want to force it any more than this, but it's definitely not meant to come off because it does not come off at all. There's some give and flexibility, and it seems like he has his whole head in there, but they definitely glued it or something. So I don't want to find out any more than that. That is his face. You can see it there. The bandana looks great. I think it's a little bit more premium than the generic release. He still has a badge like the other one. Printed on vest, printed on buttons. He does have a real belt buckle here. I really enjoy the color of that belt buckle. The details are really nice on that. So good job, Mattel, on the belt buckle. The holster also has the accurate color, and the red where the ruby would be is nice. No real buttons printed on. The jeans themselves, though, they don't feel like real denim material. They feel printed on. But I will say they look exactly like Levi's jeans, because look at those little details of the back patch here. It does feel like a real Levi Strauss mini form, back patch there that you usually see on the jeans. The little red tab is amazing. It's an actual little red tab like they put on the real jeans. So that is pretty epic. I will say that. That is so cool. And the rest of them is pretty generic there. I do love seeing Andy on the bottom of the boot. I think that's super nice. These jeans are not real denim, like, the things that we would see on Thinkway Toys early Cloud Pattern Edition days. And I can tell, definitely can tell that difference. Here is my Cloud Pattern Woody jeans. These are real denim. And you can even see here on camera just the material. This is a lot thicker. It's a lot more jean material-like and dense. This is just very thin fabric. Feels almost like bed sheets versus this is very thick. So that is a big difference in the jeans. The color is really nice though on this Levi's. But I just wanted to show you a comparison between Thinkway Toys Cloud Pattern real denim jeans Woody here on the right with what we see here from Mattel. This is movie scale right here on the right. This is not movie scale. It is way smaller than a movie size Woody right here on the right. Here's a better look at the printed on vest on the back. Same mechanism. It looks exactly like what you see on a normal Roundup Fun Woody. Definitely. I wish they would have painted the spurs yellow. That would have been a nice detail upgrade here. But that's fine. The hands are cupped. I think they did good on this. Now let's hear the voice phrases on this Woody to hear what we're working with for the voice box. See if it's different.
Yahoo! Yes, sir. Time to round us up an adventure. A sheriff always needs his deputy. Somebody's poisoned the water hole. Thanks to deputies like you, the Wild West is safe. There's a snake in my boot. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Hey, howdy, hey. We did it. We stopped the robbery. Whoa. Well, howdy. Nice to see you. We're in this together, partner. Where's my rope? Whoa. Easy there, partner. Yippee-ki-yay. Hey, who's got my hat? You're not getting away from us, bandit! Whoa! Whoa! Well, howdy. Nice to see you. Hey, howdy, hey. We're in this together, partner. Whoa! Easy there, partner. You're my favorite deputy. You're not getting away from us, bandit. Put that money bag down. Yee-haw! Somebody's poisoned the water hole.
I love that he says somebody's poisoned the water hole. So this voice box sounds exactly like the Roundup Fun Woody that we get from Mattel normally. I didn't hear any differences from there. Let's look at the differences between the 30th anniversary release this year of Roundup Fun Woody from Mattel and the Western Wear Woody Rare Edition 1000 only made here on the left. Right now, I can already tell the jeans are way different and everything else kind of looks reuse. Looking at the head sculpts, they look exactly the same. The one thing I will say though is the mouth shape is a little bit different here on the left. The eyebrow raise is a little higher here on the right. Very subtle. The eyes are a different color, a little bit different. I guess it's not a reuse. I think this head sculpt is a little bit different. He's a little bit longer and elongated here in the head shape. He's a little bit shorter and stubbier. I think they did a better job on Western Wear Woody. Very surprising difference is the hat is removable here on this Woody, and it is not on this Woody, which is very fascinating. Here's a side profile of the head sculpts. You can just see that the chin shape is different here on Western Wear Woody. There's some slight differences. The colors are a little bit pretty much the same. The bandanas are different right here. This seems like a real bandana material. This one seems a lot thinner and like a cheaper material. It doesn't look as premium as the bandana here on the left. Obviously the jeans is a huge difference. You can just see here between what you get generically from Mattel versus the special edition Levi's. You know, you have the tab here, no tab there, and these don't have like pockets, but this actually has like real pockets. So that is something that's pretty cool that Levi's did here with the collab. You get actual real pockets right here. I have a little screwdriver here, you can kind of see. Yeah, it's a real pocket. You don't get real pockets on this other one. Material does feel a little bit more like stiff, but kind of like glossy and slippery. This one actually not as slippery, but it does feel thin like this. And the colors look more like real jeans here. So at least they tried to make it look like real jeans. And because these don't look, you know, as real as that, obviously. So that is a big difference, these jeans, to what you get generically from Mattel. Is very interesting. Belt buckles, big difference. This is more like a yellow orangey. This is like a really nice movie accurate yellow. I prefer this yellow over this one. This one looks too orange to me. That one looks more like the movie in my opinion. So Western Wear Woody wins there. As far as the badges go, they look the same. I don't see any differences in the badge. It's like a brighter yellow here, more orangey yellow here on the generic release. I do like the Western Wear one. It looks pretty nice. There is no difference on Andy on the bottom of the boot. On both of these, they are exactly the same. If you'd like to see a review video on the generic Roundup Fun Woody, I did do a review on him. Click the card in the corner of your screen. It will take you to that video so you can see an in-depth review of this Woody that I did on my channel before. But this is the first time I do Western Wear Woody, and it was surprising to find out the differences and similarities between these two. They're very, very close to each other in hand. But of course, the special part about this one is going to be the special jeans with the red tab and accurate labels, and they did a really good job making them look like real denim even though they are not. So I am very, very impressed by that, and I'm glad Mattel went the extra mile to make something a little bit more special. And here is Western Wear Woody, Cloud Pattern 2009 Thinkway Toys movie scale Woody, and the Mattel 30th anniversary Roundup Fun Woody that we get. So you can see them side by side a little bit better and how they look with each other. Woody's alive. He moved by himself. Here's an above view of them so you can see the height and size differences between a movie scale Woody with this Roundup Fun Woody and Western Wear Woody. So you can see that. And look at the jeans. It's so cool. I think they look great. At the end of the day though, if you obviously can't afford or get one of these rare Levi Woodies, Western Wear, you know, you can't go wrong with the Roundup Fun Woody because he is more affordable. You know, he's in the $30 price range. If you're lucky, he's on sale for less than that, actually. So I would pick that up if you really want a Woody in this scale. But I really love the jean details here that they put on the Western Wear Woody. I think it's pretty nice. The only thing I wish they did was give him a removable hat. But I get it. A lot of people are not going to open this Woody. They're going to keep him sealed in the box. To remove the batteries on your Western Wear Woody or your Roundup Fun Woody, it would apply. We're going to unvelcro here. Let's find the screw, which is going to be right there. Here are the batteries. I took one screw out we're going to remove these batteries and close them back up. So I realized on my 30th anniversary Roundup Fun Woody box, there are some stretchy bands in here. One of these stretchy bands, there's a few I can choose from. I'm going to use one of those to fix this stretchy band. The only problem is I'm going to have to get behind the plastic. So what I can do to do that is I'm going to get a blade. I'm going to cut this, get this compartment off without ruining it. I'm going to get the new stretchy band in there once I have Woody in there, and then I'll be able to fix this problem so that he's just good as new. So I was able to carefully get the tabs out. I can just tape it back, not a big deal. What we're going to do is slip this through the hole so we have better access to this plastic compartment, so that way we don't have to damage this box whatsoever. It doesn't ruin it at all. We can put it back in the slot when we're done. All I gotta do here is go behind here and remove the broken one, and we're gonna replace it with a brand new one. So all I did was slip in the new zip tie, and what we're gonna do is, once I get Woody in there, we'll stretch this in. I'll get it from behind, and then I'll make sure it's tightened well, tape something down if I need to, and it'll look good as new. And this is the tricky part. We're gonna put him back exactly like I found him in this box in the first place. It'd be funny if I repackaged him facing this way, but then it would just feel wrong because he didn't come that way. So we're going to definitely put him back facing that way. I'm going to have him hugging the saddle again, holding the rope. So it's going to take me a bit, but I will show you the final result before I put him back inside his box.
Many, many unbearable moments later.
And after half an hour of trying, it was very frustrating, but I was able to put this back on like nothing ever happened. I did use a little tape to, because it was a little longer than the other one, so I did put some tape, but you can't see it behind there. So that looks awesome. I was able to adjust the bandana how I want for display, so that's a benefit. You can go in and fix things like that. So I'm going to kind of display him with the bandana kind of swooshing back this way. You know, you can play with it whatever you want. This is what I'm going to do. And then here, everything else I put exactly like it was. I'm glad I didn't mess with that because that looked hard to put back together. His hand was hard to slip in there, but I was able to adjust that. Also, I was able to adjust the holster because it was swinging out too far before. So that's what I like about making adjustments. Now it looks like I never took him out of the package, and that was the goal here. I want him to keep him mint in box, so to speak. But now that he doesn't have batteries, he doesn't speak now, he won't have battery corrosion. And that's cool. You can always adjust things the way you want it to look. I'm happy with this look, and I'm going to put him back into the box. On the bottom, I put the smallest piece of clear tape here, which is fine. I can always take it off if I want, but the original sticker is there and the original box is not damaged, so that is important. And I made sure to put the instruction manual back how I found it. And there you have Western Wear Woody back inside of his box like I never took him out of the package. That was the goal here, and I feel like I professionally did it as close as possible to, you know, how I got him. And to be honest, it actually looks better because the bandana placement looks better now. I don't know, I just made a little adjustments, fine-tuned little things like the holster. So now I actually like the way he looks in his box. And, you know, because in shipping he probably moves around and stuff. So yeah, it's like I never opened him. I didn't open the top part, the bottom. I always recommend, if you're going to do this method, always open it from the bottom because there's less damage that can occur. And if it does occur, you can't see it on the bottom. So that's my reasoning behind opening him from the bottom. But he looks great. I think it looks awesome. You can still kind of move him, but you can see even shaking around the box slightly, he's not falling out of place because those little clear bands are holding his neck in place, his arms, and the rest of his body. So that was a success. I'm very happy with the final results. And now I don't have to worry about battery corrosion when I put him back on my shelf. And for fun, this is what the Western Wear Woody looks next to the 2009 Cloud Pattern Think Away Toys Toy Story Collection Woody with real denim jeans. So you can see the differences side by side of the size and ratio of the box to the figure. It's so funny because this box is taller, but he's a lot smaller. He's 10-inch scale. He's 16 inches with hat, but he's in a smaller profile box. So that's really interesting. But of course, it's a lot wider box than this one here on the left. But the packaging is what really sells this Western Woody. Well, even though you can't buy it, it's a really amazing presentation by Levi's, by Mattel, and Pixar. They did a great job. For fun, here is a side view of the boxes. And here's the back view of the boxes, Western Wear Woody versus Think Away Toys Collection Woody. Here are my final thoughts. This Western Wear Woody is incredible because it is amazing packaging. I really like the concept of, wow, we have Woody's booty facing us instead of his front. We've never seen that before, ever, in any toy presentation that I remember. Never have seen it. And it's really cool that we're featuring jeans here. And we can see the Levi's tab, the Levi's branding on the little back patch on the upper part of the by the belt. You can see that patch like Levi's. It's just really, really cool and niche and very highly detailed. I love how they were able to print such small print, just like real Levi's jeans. That part was impressive. Very cool detailing. So I really love details like that. And I think the artwork overall is really fun. And it's such a conversation starter. It's a great piece to have on your shelf. If you have, you know, I think they're going on eBay for $1,300 or up to $3,500, which is crazy to me. If you have that kind of money and you really want rare stuff, then of course it's priceless in that regard. But it does have a price. Pixar sent this to me for free, and that's why I have one. Otherwise, I wouldn't have owned this. I would never have enough funds to pay for a Woody doll that expensive. Not that like this one. This one's just another level. But there are only 1,000 of these in the whole world. So I can see why, you know, the demand is high, but, you know, there's not enough product to go around. And it was a promotional item. It's not like you can just buy this in a store. They never sold it. It was promotional for giveaway to promote the whole Levi's collab with Pixar and Mattel. So it's very, very exclusive in that way and rare. And it's definitely worth it to have it if you're able to. I think it's a really cool piece and it's awesome. I'm glad I have it. And if you can't afford something like that, please save your money if it's not important to you to have a rare item. Just get the Roundup Fun Woody from Mattel. You can buy it right now. It's available at Walmart and Target. You know, he's on sale frequently for $25. He's a fun Woody to throw around and take on the go. He has a removable hat, which is nice. He talks. He has amazing voice phrases. It is Jim Hanks' voice, but it sounds great to me, and I think it's a really fun Woody. Roundup Fun Woody lives up to the name. So if you're into 10-inch scale, smaller scale, not movie scale, then this is the Woody to get. It's really fun. And I'm very grateful again for Pixar. Thank you so much for sending this Woody to me so that I can take a closer look at it, take out the batteries, and now put it on my shelf where it's going to stay. And I'm never going to sell it because it's very rare and special and something that I always keep in my collection. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this Levi's Authentic Western Wear Woody? Only 1,000 made. As always, partners, thank you so much for watching, liking, and commenting on these videos. It really helps support what I do here on YouTube. If you'd like to continue to support me in this journey, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted for future videos on this channel, and I'll see you, partners, on the next video review. A bit better in how they look with each other. Woody's alive. He moved by himself.
You want the real Buzz Lightyear? You're an action figure. You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man. You are a child's plaything.
Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.